could go ahead and tiptoe through your life, digging in the dirt, you can stress on the strife, but I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain today. I'm flying on faith, I'm flying on faith. You could cry all night about the things that you hate, so dissatisfied in so many ways, but I'm gonna find a way to celebrate today. I'm flying on faith, I'm flying on faith. Picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door.
Good morning, and welcome to Pastor V on Wellness. I am Pastor V, and I am so excited to be here with you today on this Wednesday, midweek. We are coming to you to talk about a topic that I've had a lot of questions. I was going in a very incorrect grammar sentence there. Yeah, all that. Anyway, we're going to be answering the question, what is a wellness coach and why would someone need a wellness coach? So remember, here at Pastor V on Wellness, we believe that we transform when we include our body, mind, and spirit together, getting a balance and moving ourselves towards health and wellness. And wellness to us is not simply an absence of illness, but it is a quality of life, no matter what is going on in your life or your body, okay? So just because you have a chronic illness does not mean that you cannot walk in wellness, okay? And I want to go ahead and give you my disclaimer, and that disclaimer simply says that I am not a physician, nor am I a certified nutritionist or LPC, which is a licensed professional counselor. Friday, we're going to be talking about the difference between counseling, therapy, and coaching, okay? But today we're going to talk about what is a health and wellness coach. What I do want you to do, however, is to see your physician. Your physician is a part of your healthcare team, guys, and you need to see your physician before starting any exercise or diet program. You might say, why? Why is that important? The reason it is important is because if there is a chronic disease or disorder in your body, you want to be the first to know about it, right? Because that is how you manage, and that is how you begin to get on a journey towards wellness, living your best life, your most vital life possible, even, my friends, with a chronic illness in your body, okay? So we're going to jump in today and talk more about what is a health and wellness coach and why are they useful. I will go ahead and let you know that wellness grows best, guys, in community. It grows best in community. So if it grows best in community, we need to build our community. And a health and wellness coach is one part of a community. And I dropped my information at the bottom, and you can either text or email and say, hey, I'd like to hear more about working with you one-on-one as a health and wellness coach. Let's dive in, guys. Let's dive into the deep end and get our topic rolling here. All right, here we go. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by information, this diet supplement, that drinking protein so that you can get your 50 grams a day, or how do we get rid of the carb confusion? All of those things that are swirling around about diet and exercise. One program will tell you to lift heavy. One program will tell you to lift light. One program may tell you to, run 5 miles a day. How do we begin to sift through the noise that is out there. We become so frustrated and we begin to start this program, stop that program, and we're unsure of how to translate what you know into what you actually do. Well, this conversation, my friend, is for you. A health and wellness coach is a person, they're not a doctor, they're not a therapist. I've already told you I'm not a physician or a therapist, neither am I a nutritionist, none of those things. I, however, am a registered nurse of 30 plus years. I also am a pastor of spiritual formation, and I am also a health and wellness coach. But those other things are not my hats. They are not my scope of practice, and they are not my expertise. They're not a fitness trainer either, a health and wellness coach barking orders at you. A wellness coach is a partner. So I'm going to put that in the I'm going to put it in the chat for you. So what is a health and wellness coach? I have to start by telling you what we're not. We're not physicians. We are not nutritionists. We are not therapists, none of those things. But there is something that we bring to the table, and we're going to talk about that in detail today. A health and wellness coach is a partner, someone who walks alongside you to help you clarify your goals. We help with sustainable habits. We help navigate real life with compassion and structure. If you were listening over the last 4 weeks, we started the second week of January looking at rebuilding, resetting, getting back into the groove of a health and wellness program and plan for you. We talked about actually stabilizing after being off track for a while. I talked about strengthening, adding strength training to your routine. I talked to you about getting rhythm back in your life, beginning to look at what you're doing, what's happening in your life, okay? And then we looked at sustaining that program. Those are things that a health and wellness coach does. A coach helps you bridge the gap between intention and action. We understand what works for your body and your season. Remember what I said, all the supplements. You need to be doing what is something that collagen, if you're at a certain age, how do you get that supply? Am I taking vitamin D? If I am, how am I doing it? All of the noise that's out there, all the diet programs and diet plans. We begin to narrow it down and look at what works for you and your body and fits into your lifestyle. We move from information overload to practical application. I don't know about you. I have a coach in my life. I have a coach that works with me on my ADHD. I have a therapist that I work with on my ADHD because I want to be the best person I can be. There are days that I excel and I'm doing great. And then there are days that I fall flat on my face, and I can call my therapist, or I can call my spiritual director, having someone in your community to help you understand what is working for you at this moment and what you need to do. And to use the information you have, not just to collect it. I don't know about you right now, and I'm a little bit ashamed, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Because I went out this weekend to a few different things, and look, I got all of this information. Imagine having all this information and not knowing what to do with it. A coach helps you take that information, begin to sort through it and see, yeah, that works for you. Let's talk about that. And then you decide, nah, that doesn't work for me. So we throw that over there. It's like, yeah, I think this one does work for me. And the health and wellness coach helps you sort through that information and begin to synthesize it in a way that it begins to be useful in your life. Think of a health and wellness coach as someone who helps you connect the dots between what your body needs and what your mind is telling you and what your spirit is carrying. Okay? Body, mind, spirit. And I can't tell you that all health and wellness coaches are going to address body, mind, spirit. I do, because I think it is something that we should be extremely intentional about. body, mind, spirit working together to make us whole. Okay. And so those are just a few things. So I'm going to put it in. A wellness coach is a partner. Okay. They are not someone to come in and dictate and tell you what you must do, but they walk with you and help you make decisions about what works best for you. Okay. Help you get all that information. They connect the dots. They help you understand all of the information swirling around in the world. Okay. And why information isn't enough. They help you understand. Having information is not enough. I told you one of the things that I do is I hydrate, and I do at least 60 ounces of water a day. A health and wellness coach begins to tell you why that's important. And we also work with you if you are unable to do 64 ounces of water a day. If there's a renal condition that's going on, we can help you synthesize that information and understand why can't I have 60 ounces of water a day? I want 60 ounces of water a day, but you have a renal condition. So let's look at what works for you, your body, your lifestyle, okay? And so we live in an age where information is everywhere. Podcasts, social media, apps, books, plans. Everyone has something new going on. One plan tells you don't eat bananas. Another plan tells you eat bananas all day. Come on, it's so much information. But knowing what to do and doing it consistently are two very different things. Imagine Michael Jordan, who was by far one of the GOATs of basketball. Some argue that he is the GOAT. But we know there are others out there, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, many more that I don't even know about. But what we do know is that when Michael Jordan was playing at his peak, he wasn't just running onto the court and going off of the fact that he was gifted at basketball. No, he had a coach, someone that helped him take the skills and the talent and the information and put it together in such a way that he became one of the best players to ever go onto the court. He had a coach. Okay. And so James 1:2 reminds us, do not merely listen to the word, do what it says. Other version says, be not a hearer of the word only, but a doer. And so a coach helps you push from the information to the actual application of what you have learned. Okay. So a wellness coach turns knowledge into practice. And if you get the right one, they do it without shame, without pressure, and without the need to feel perfect. Okay. So a health and wellness coach does. I'm going to give you a list of some things that we do. We said, help you. I don't do it for you. I help you set realistic, personalized goals for your health and wellness, meaning for your body, mind, and spirit. Because guess what? All three work together. Yes, my nails look a hot mess. Stop looking. Anyway, we help you set realistic, personalized goals. We identify barriers that keep showing up. Go back, listen to some of my past episodes, and you will find we talked about barriers, things that held you back from reaching your goals. So set realistic and personalized goals. We help you discover those barriers that are showing up. And I'm going to put this in the chat because it just makes sense to put it there, right? So let me catch up with myself. There we go. Identify barriers that keep showing up. We also help you to adjust plans when life changes. You heard me talk about it. The best offense is a amazing defense, meaning you are prepared for those moments that life isn't normal. Okay. Holidays, our eating habits are not normal. Our activity levels are not normal. Vacations, they're not normal. An stressful situation, you now have to have surgery. Those things, we help you prepare for those changes that are coming. Stay accountable without being harsh. Okay. This is the one thing that my spiritual director or my spiritual coach helps me with. I had a session last week, and when I did, we were talking about some of the ways I show up in my spiritual life. And I'm sitting there just talking, and all of a sudden, I have this epiphany. She doesn't try to change the subject or give me the next step or the next guidance that she wants. She stops and she says, okay, let's talk about that for a minute. What are some more things that are coming up as you make that discovery? What are some things you want to put in place as a result of what you just found out? How are you now going to hold yourself accountable for that? She didn't give me some plan, some blueprint, but she talked me through it and helped me make decisions about what to do next. And she did it without being harsh or judgmental or mean-spirited, okay? So, and we help you build habits that last longer than your motivation. Motivation is an internal push to do something, but sometimes our internal push, it sits down on us. So what are you going to do in those moments? You better have some rhythm in life. You better have some kind of routine, and it's going to help you outlast those moments when motivation is low. And so what are some things that health and wellness coaches do? They ask good questions. Like I just said, my spiritual coach, she started asking really good questions. And as I began to look at answers, they were my answers and they fit my life, not hers. She didn't tell me what to do, but she asked questions that led me to the answers that will work best for me. They help you listen to your body. Remember, we talked about noticing, what is my body saying? Is it stressed? Is it calm? What brings me into a place of calm? What puts me into a place of chaos? We start asking good questions and help you listen to your own body. They help you notice patterns in your thinking, and they help you care for your spirit. At least I do. Some are not wholeness. They're just wellness. I'm wholeness, body, mind, spirit, working together to bring you into the best quality of life possible. So coaching isn't about fixing you. It's about supporting you, okay? It's about supporting you. It's about reminding you that your body does not exist by itself. It has a mind. You are connected to a spirit. It reminds you that physical health, movement, nutrition, and rest are not the only thing. They're connected to your mental health, your thought patterns, your stress response, which is then connected also to your spiritual health, your purpose, your meaning, your faith practices. Whew. A health and wellness coach is a busy person. They're busy with you, helping to bring you into the place you need to be. And so we need to talk a little bit more about it. Like I said, on Friday, we're going to talk about the difference between a therapist, counselor, and a coach, okay? Come back. If you're interested in working with me, my info is right down there at the bottom. It's scrolling past. Text me. Email me and say, hey, I want to know more about working with you one-on-one. I need a health and wellness coach, because all that stuff you talked about, yes, there is too much information out there. Ooh, these GLP-1s, Lord, do I take them? Do I not? Let's talk about it, because I'm not here to tell you what to do, but we're here to key in on what's happening in your body, mind, and spirit, and helping you make decisions for yourself, for your body, your mind, and your spirit that are going to work for you in this season of your life. So if you're 20 or if you're 80 and anything in between, I believe that I can help you. I believe that. I do. So Who can benefit? Anyone that's managing chronic stress or illness. If you've tried programs and they didn't last, you've transitioned in a season in your life. You've gone from being in your vibrant 40s to now you're hitting your 50s and you're starting to deal with perimenopause. You're going through a time of grief and you're starting to eat as comfort and you've gained weight. All of those things. You're recovering from an illness. You might want support without judgment, and you want health to serve your life and not dominate it, okay? There are people out there who are so fixated on their diets and exercise that they're not living outside of those things. Everything is centered around that. How do you have a life and health together? Those are some things we can talk about. It's right down there. It's right down there. Reach out. You don't need to be broken to need support, okay? Know that too. You just need to be human with questions, looking for answers. That's all. That's all. And Galatians 6:2 tells us, carry each other's burdens, okay? That's one of the things that a health and wellness coach does. They help you carry those burdens, and they help you understand and make sense out of what you're going through. Okay? So share this with friends, share this with family, share this with your coworkers. If you've heard someone talking about, I just need somebody to help me make sense of all this stuff that's out there, share this with them, okay? So as a nurse, as a pastor, and a wellness coach, I've learned this. Most people don't fail because they don't care. They fail because they're trying to do it alone. And remember, wellness grows in community. That's why I always say, if you want me to be a part of your community, let me know. I'm here. Info, scrolling at the bottom. Because you need someone in your corner letting you know that you can do it and helping you understand how you can do it. Someone that'll be there to, I hope my balloons come on in, to celebrate you as you do it. Okay? Let's pray our way out of this room today, okay? Lord, I just want to say thank you for reminding us that we were never meant to journey alone. Lord, give us wisdom to seek support and humility to receive guidance. Lord, give us grace to grow in a pace that works for us. Lord, a pace that honors our whole selves, our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, Lord. Help us care for our bodies. Help us to renew our minds. And help us, Lord, to strengthen our spirits as we walk towards wholeness. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Come on, guys. If you want to know more about it, I will be putting a fact sheet in the comments, so you can go on over. It'll be a link to a free fact sheet, and it'll have my contact information there as well. You can share it with others. You can use it for yourself, because I want you, my friends, to be the best you that you possibly can be, to live vital, energized lives where you show up and you do your very best, because you are worth it. You were created with purpose. Let's start walking in it. Let's start walking in it as our best selves. And so if you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or tired of starting over and over again, support may be the missing piece. It may be the missing piece, not just your willpower, but support. And so, guys, this is Pastor V on Wellness. And remember, small steps, supported well, lead to lasting change. And you are worth lasting change. Have an amazing day.
You could go ahead and tiptoe through